Writing Prompts, WP. There is a dungeon deemed Coughing Baby Easy, used by everyone to train rookies, test spells, and as a hangout spot for ordinary children. A roaming, frenzied supermonster from the most dangerous region just took one look at it, froze, became scarily aware of where it was, then fled. The townsfolk watched as the golden archdragon scrambled in place, desperately trying to gain traction, before speeding off into the nearby forest. They turned back, staring in newfound wonder at their local hangout. When they first discovered Sproutling's Cavern, it was seen as little more than a potential training ground, a deep cavern jutting into the side of a large mountain filled with moss-covered ruins of a civilization long past. The small, insect-like monsters that inhabited the cavern made for easy practice for young adventurers looking to practice their footwork without being in real danger. But as time went on, and word of this delightfully harmless dungeon spread, it attracted a different kind of monster tourists. These traveling townsfolk would come in waves to see the cavern that Asterisk, the adventurer's guide to caves, dungeons, and swamps. Asterisk rated half a sword for difficulty but 5 swords for hospitality. Unlike most caves in the region, the atmosphere in this dungeon was mild, almost humid, a far cry from the icy temperatures of the neighboring haunts. A warm breeze often flowed through the cavern, providing the feeling like you were standing on the edge of a warm body of water on a sunny day. Other than jagged stalactites and stalagmites that jutted from the floor and ceiling of the cave, Sproutling's Cavern Asterisk acted as the perfect location to raise a family, or, even better, franchise a chain restaurant. After many years, the cavern became a well-known tourist destination across the land, complete with restaurants, bars, and lodgings, all situated within the cave itself. So, it was with perplexed stares that the townsfolk watched the dragon retreat with its tail between its legs at the sight of their home. An exploratory committee was assembled to try and ascertain more about Sproutling's Cavern Asterisk. Shutting down the cavern was, of course, out of the question. Feast Day Asterisk was approaching after all, one of the cavern's most profitable holiday months, so the committee toiled in the background. In reality, no one had ventured too deep into the cavern before. Light was scarce, and the opening of the cave was more than enough to host a thriving economy. The committee's expedition was halted when they reached the cavern's end, a massive drop, sinking deep into a black abyss. Above the drop, a peculiar rock formation hung, or dangled, as one committee member wrote in their findings. The rock dripped residue down into the massive pit below, and the committee returned to the entrance with no more answers than when they left. In the decades since the incident Asterisk, many outside observers have scoffed at the opaqueness of the residents of Sproutling's Cavern Asterisk. Time has an interesting way of making the most subtle of red flags ring alarm bells for those who have the benefit of reflecting on disasters. Did Sproutling's Cavern's residents simply ignore the smell wafting from the cave, or did they celebrate it as a unique feature of their home? When the entire mountain around them began to shift, did they assume it was an earthquake? And how could they ignore the grumbling noise coming from deep below, like an appetite slowly beginning to awake from a deep slumber?